Welcome to the Tim and Chuck Show, playoff edition, week 11, baby. Yeah, we're here to talk some high school football. I'm Tim McDonough, joined by my esteemed colleague, Chuck Martinez Brandon. Let's break this thing down, Chuck. We got all sorts of teams in the playoffs,
right? Especially
in Division 5.
Yeah.
How about that stuff? You know?
Exactly.
We've got all sorts of NWOAL teams.
Yeah.
And they're all playing on Saturday night. We got Bryan hosting Columbus Waterson on Saturday night. We've got Patrick Henry at Northwood, Archbold at Columbia Station, Columbia on the other side of Cleveland, and we've got Liberty Center at Liberty Benton. Let's start with those four.
All right, great. You know, you mentioned Bryan. I think a lot of people are sort of not sure about Bryan, sort of overlooking them, thinking maybe they're not the real deal. So I think the Golden Bears can really make a big statement about, one, how good their team is, and two, how deep the NWAL is this week.
Yeah, this is like Waterson's 22nd state playoff appearance. They won state, what, I think 2010. That would be a big win for them.
Yep.
And how about the rest of the NWAL teams all hitting the road because they all lost to Bryan and each other?
Exactly. You know, when you look at PH, I mean, anytime PH is in, they've got to be a threat. You know, they're PH. They've got the tradition. They've got the players. They've got the coaching staff. So I think, you know, they can go over to Northwood. Northwood's a real physical football team. They like to pound the football. Their running back's just a brute. But I think PH can stand up to that, and that NWAL schedule is really going to help them this week.
Yeah, they won there last week. And now the one that I'm really interested in is this Archbold at Columbia Station, Columbia. They actually played Patrick Henry in the playoffs, I think, a few years back at PH. PH won that game, but you know, long trip. You know, coming off a loss for the Streaks to Liberty Center in Week 10. How do you think they respond?
Boy, you know, I don't know. All that things, those are all negative things that I'm sort of scared of right there. The long bus trip alone is bad. You know, especially for kids that are used to going 20 minutes down the road. That's not good at all. And coming off of a loss, you know, were they not mentally prepared or not ready for last week because they were already in? I don't know. So have to see. You got to be ready to play every week. You can't, you know, just turn a switch on and off. You have to be ready. Liberty
Center at Liberty Benton. That's a couple of teams that know something about the playoffs, and Liberty's been playing very well as of late, ever since losing to Bryan and Patrick Henry.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and Liberty Center is another one of those teams that if you're not ready to hit, you might as well not even show up, because Liberty Center will put it on you, and they'll put it on you hard. And that game is getting played at downtown Findlay, isn't it? It got moved from
that's right.
So that's right. So maybe that might even help Liberty Center a little more, since it's going to be more on a neutral field. Same town in Findlay, but different field.
Yeah, that's true. Didn't even think about that. Yeah, and we haven't talked about Napoleon. Yeah, 9-0-1, number one in the state in Division 3, hosting Caledonia River Valley. Yep. I don't know anything at all about Caledonia River Valley, but I know a little bit about Napoleon.
That's right, and I think River Valley's in trouble. The flood's coming, you know, because I think Napoleon's the real deal, and I think they're going to make a real long playoff run. So I think, but again, you know, I've seen it happen a lot. I saw it happen with PH that year that they won state. Almost lost that first round game because they were thinking ahead. You got to focus on Week 11 and that Week 11 opponent. You can't get too far ahead of yourself.
I like everything that Tori Strock has been saying all year long. I like the physicalness of this football team. I like their lines on both sides of the football, and they have skilled kids and kids in the back end of their defense that can make plays and stop drives. I really like Napoleon. Now with the playoffs starting, we're not going to be doing any more video. You know, our videographer Ethan Matson had done an unbelievable job. We want to give a shout out to him.
That's right. You know, it's tough work talking to cheerleaders and stuff every week, but he did a heck of a job. Good job, Ethan.
Yeah, and they gave us shout outs because he did the legwork.
That's right.
Yeah, nice job. His attention to detail was impressive. We got to give it up for him. Yeah. And now it's time for the Whopper Hit of the Week, Trick or Treat edition. Yeah. Chuck, would you like to do the honors?
Sure. The Archbold Liberty game last week. Tyson Dietrich hauls in the pass, heads on the sideline, breaks a couple tackles, but gets I call it ankle biting, hit low by Caleb Pullman, takes him out right on the sideline. Great tackle.
Nice. Our last hit of the week to you. All right, and now we have the power plays of the game. We've got Jimmy Speed and Walter Pippin combining to cause Archbold quarterback Evan Weiss to fumble the football, and Cam Pullman is there to scoop it up.
Scoop and score?
Yeah.
No,
didn't quite score, but it led to a score. And then just one drive later, Josh Drain picks off a pass, starts heading down the sideline. Looks like he's got a pick six. He scores. There's a little hanky on the field. Not to worry. Liberty Center goes in and scores again. They go up 21-7 on the way to a 41-21 win. Liberty Center finishes the season strong. They're in the playoffs because of that win.
Yep.
Good job, guys.
Turnovers.
Yeah. Well, I think that's all we have for week 11. We should have somebody around for week 12. They're not all going to lose, are they?
Oh, heck no. Northwest Ohio, we're too dang tough. Blue collar, baby.
Yeah.
We're going to get some W's.
Well, it is trick or treat, Chuck. I mean, it is Halloween after all. And since we're not going to have any more Whopper hits of the week, let's watch them
Run away. Run away. Run away.
Yes. Let's enjoy some of these. 'Cause they'll be stale by next year when we come back and do this again.
They're stale now.
10 weeks, probably true. All right. Anything else for this week, Chuck?
Nope.
See you next week.